Journalists, you are highly educated people. If there's anybody who approached you to say that, tell them democracy has been here for so long. Internet is just something of 25 years. But democracy has been here for more than 400 years. So how does internet undermine the credibility of results? That's impossible. When you look at those laws on elections, I don't think even internet is mentioned anywhere. Is internet mentioned in any law? Why? Because internet is a tool. Is a tool, very, very important tool. So I don't agree with anybody who would say that the internet would undermine credibility of results. What about those results before the internet? Like I told you the other time, we are an accountable agency in an accountable country. Whatever we do, we must account the people. And these people, you refer to them variously. For us, under the law, we call them consumers. The more than 20 million consumers who consume our services. Our licensed operators call them their clients, and of course, government call them citizens or voters. So I'm here like I promised, that whatever will be taking place, I'll be coming back to clarify and to tell you what is exactly happening. So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us today. I'm pleased to announce that following the successful conclusion of the 2026 general elections and a careful assessment by the Interagency Security Committee, the Uganda Communication Commission has directed the immediate restoration of public internet access across the country effective 18th January 2026. This phased and responsible return to connectivity reflects the Commission's commitment to balancing national security with the legitimate needs of citizens for information, communication, and economic activity. The brief suspension of public internet was a necessary and a proportionate step taken on the strong recommendation of the Interagency Security Committee to safeguard the public order, prevent the rapid spread of misinformation. Journalists, you are highly educated people. If there's anybody who approached you to say that, tell them democracy has been here for so long. Internet is just something of 25 years. But democracy has been here for more than 400 years. So how does internet undermine the credibility of results? That's impossible. Yeah, because results are built, all of us know, when you look at those laws on elections. I don't think even internet is mentioned anywhere. Is internet mentioned in any law? Why? Because internet is a tool. Is a tool, very, very important tool. So I don't agree with anybody who would say that the internet would undermine credibility of results. What about those results before the internet? Like I told you the other time, we are an accountable agency in an accountable country. Whatever we do, we must account the people. And these people, you refer to them variously. For us, under the law, we call them consumers. The more than 20 million consumers who consume our services. Our licensed operators call them their clients, and of course, government call them citizens or voters. So I'm here like I promised, that whatever will be taking place, I'll be coming back to clarify and to tell you what is exactly happening. So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us today. I'm pleased to announce that following the successful conclusion of the 2026 general elections and a careful assessment by the Interagency Security Committee, the Uganda Communication Commission has directed the immediate restoration of public internet access across the country effective 18th January 2026. This phased and responsible return to connectivity reflects the Commission's commitment to balancing national security with the legitimate needs of citizens for information, communication, and economic activity. The brief suspension of public internet was a necessary and a proportionate step taken on the strong recommendation of the Interagency Security Committee to safeguard the public order, prevent the rapid spread of misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation, to curb potential electoral fraud and protect against incitement to violence during a highly sensitive national period. This measure was not taken lightly. It was implemented to ensure that the electoral process proceeded peacefully and that the peace and stability Ugandans have worked so hard to maintain were not undermined. As of midnight yesterday, general public internet access was fully restored. This includes web browsing, access to news websites, educational resources, government portals, financial services, email, and other essential online activities. In line with the directive issued to all licensed mobile network operators and internet service providers, social media platforms and messaging / over-the-top, or if you may, OTT applications remain temporarily restricted to continue safeguarding against misuse that could threaten public order. The Commission will continue to monitor the situation closely and will provide updates on any further adjustments as circumstances evolve. Of course, there are people who think that they can bypass these directives through usage of VPNs. Well, but I want to tell you that we have reasonable capabilities now, especially if you use that bypass to break the law, to attack you directly, to attack your device directly. So be very careful. We don't want to go that far, but if you bypass these restrictions and you use the bypass to break the law, don't be surprised that we may attack you and your device may not go on the network again. So be cautious. We don't want to do this without warning you. I want to warn you. Don't break the law. If you bypass it, VPN is there, we know it. You do your normal things, what we use social media for. Like I said, the 3 E's, enterprise, entertainment, and empowerment. You are connected with your loved ones. Who cares? But when you break the law, our antennas are really up. We may end up really going for your device because you are breaking the law. We can't allow anybody to use these platforms to break the law. Now that public internet is back, I urge every Ugandan to use this restored access responsibly and constructively. The internet is a powerful tool for enterprise, education, and entertainment, and staying connected to our loved one. Let us use it to build, not to destroy. Avoid sharing or amplifying unverified information, hate speech, inflammatory content, or anything that could incite violence or disturb the peace we have all worked to preserve. Responsible digital citizenship means verifying facts before sharing, respecting the views of others, and contributing to national unity rather than divisions. Remember, freedom comes with responsibility. Misuse of online platforms can have serious consequences for individuals and the entire country. The successful and largely peaceful conduct of the election demonstrates the maturity of our people and the strength of our institutions. Let us now build on this achievement. An attempt to use the restored internet to organize or incite disorder, spread falsehoods, or undermine national stability will not be tolerated. Security agencies remain vigilant, and the Commission will continue to work closely with them to ensure that digital spaces are not weaponized against public peace. We appeal to all citizens, political actors, and media houses to prioritize peace, truth, and national cohesion at this critical time. In conclusion, the restoration of public internet marks an important step forward as we move beyond the election period. The Uganda Communication Commission remains committed to promoting safe, open, and inclusive digital environment that serves the interest of all Ugandans. We thank the operators for their swift compliance, the security agencies for their guidance, and the public for their patience and understanding during this temporary measure, and obviously for the media who really have assisted us to take the message across as to why we had to do what we did some 3-4 days back. Let us all now embrace this restored connectivity with the maturity and responsibility. Together, we can continue building the Uganda we all deserve. Thank you. I say this for God and my country. Mbategeezezza nti nno tuli basanyufu leero okubategeeza nga bwe twabategeeza luli nti buli ekinaabaawo kyonna tujja bategeeza kubanga tuli ekitongole ekitambulira mu musana ekiriwo mu mateeka ate era ekitambulira mu musana ate era nga bumanyi tituli eggwanga eritambulira mu musana ate eririmu demokrasi ow'ekimemmete. N'olw'ensonga eyo n'obwegendereza obw'ekitalo abakulu abakulira ebyokwerinda byaffe bwe baatunuulidde embeera nga bw'eriwo baatutegeezezza embeera bw'efaanana era nga tukozesa obumanyi obwo tulagidde bannaffe abatambuza emitimbagano gino amakampuni ago ge tuwaga layisinsi gaggulewokko abantu baffe basobole okukola emirimu era okuggulawo okwo kwatandise ku ssaawa 6 ogw'ekiro era abamu ndowooza olwedde ndaba akaboozi ke tubadde nga tunyumya luli lwe twayogera luli ku 12 twali twogera ne kati ndaba abasinga bannamawulire kamera bazirese zinkwata ne bo bali ku masimu ndowooza benjoyinga internet ndowooza babrowsinga basaakinga ebyo byonna bisoboka kati. N'olwekyo twabagambye baddemu baggulewo emitimbagano public internet yonna eggulwewo, si yonna eggulwewo, eno ddala ekwatagana ku bintu ebikulu, emirimu ekwatagana ku mirimu gyaffe gye tukola, ekwatagana ku by'okusoma, ebyobulamu, ebyokukola businesses zaffe, eyo egguddwawo era tewali muntu kati ayinza kugamba ntasobola kukola bizinesi ye olw'okuba internet teriiko. Gye buvuddeko emabega kibadde kizibu nnyo internet kuba yonna ebadde eriko restrictions ezo. Kati ekusigadde restrictions ye social media nyinza kitwalira awo. Okusingira ddala social media eriko restrictions era tetusuubira bantu bonna naddala our licensed operators ekyo bakikoze abamu bedda mumbuuza nti bakikoze naye ate tulaba nga WhatsApp kweri. Yes, technically bw'oba ova mu transition eyo okudda wano wetuli kati essaawa eno wabaawo obudakiika obusaawa lw'oba tosobola kuziyiza byonna waliwo bwayiseeyiseemu awo ate era mwalabye ndowooza mulabye kye tubagamba kaseera katono nnyo ako whatsapp weebereddeko mwalabye era obulimba obadde butandise obw'ekika ekyawaggulu obadde butandise okutambulira ku mitimbagano gyaffe kale tubasaba abantu baffe bakozese bulungi emitimbagano gyaffe waliwo abantu bangi abadda mu kwekweka ne bagamba nti basobola okuyita ebbali tekinologi erina kapasite era tugimanyi bulungi okozesa ezo gye bayita VPNs bw'okozesa VPN obulungi tewaliiwo ekyo agenda kukifaako naye sikiwa nti nno ab'ebyokwerinda naffe abaregulatinga emitimbagano tunakkiriza omuntu okukozesa tekinologi nti oyisa ebbali obenga omenya amateeka ng'omenya amateeka ojja tuwaliriza naffe okugjayo buli kikozesebwa kitulina mu toolbox yaffe okuba nti nno gwe tukugendako ng'omuntu tukutuukako ng'omuntu tosobola tubula buli kyokola ku mitimbagano kimanyibwa ekyo tebakulimbanga so mwegendereze ekintu ekyo togenda ku VPN ogenda okumenyera amateeka nti weekwese ojja kuba weerimba wekka ogenda ku VPN n'okola ebibyo n'obuuza ku banno n'odda mu kusaagasaaga tewali afaayo kubanga okozesa VPN tekimenya tteeka naye bw'okozesa VPN n'omenya etteeka no-incitinga public n'okola hate speech n'odda ku bimansulo eby'abaana child online abuse n'ebintu ebifaanagana ng'ebyo misinformation ayinza okuleetawo obugulumbo sikiwa nti nno ab'ebyokwerinda naffe bennyini nga baregulator kubanga amateeka gatuwa obuyinza ku denial of services mukimanyi nti ennamba ezo zonna ze mulina namba za government 0772 whatever namba ya government ffe tugirabirira ennamba eyo ekuweebwa gavumenti n'oba nayo si ya MTN si ya Airtel si yo ekwazikibwa bwazikibwa nange yange gye nnina enzakizibwa so amateeka gatukkiriza okudinayinga services okusinziira ku biba bibaddewo ku muntu omu nga tujjeeyo tunokoddeyo muntu gwe omu tuyinza okudinayinga service ekyo saataaka siga nti lino tujja kwataakinga nabiso oba nabafumu nga tukozesa etteeka lya denial of service ku gwe amenya amateeka so kogenda ku akatuli ako akasigalawo koyinza okukozesa nga network kweri osobola okukozesa ezo virtual private networks zemuyita VPN nazo toyinza kwekwekayo temumenya amateeka tugondere amateeka n'olwekyo tujja kubamu nga buli kaseera tubategeeza ebyemitimbagano bisigadde network kweri ekola emirimu abantu bakole emirimu kubanga tubadde tumanyi nga bayinza okubaawo okufiirizibwa kungi era abakulu ne bakiraba nti nedda ekyo tekirina kulwa nga buli bwekyavuddewo ate risiki nga bagiraba teriiwo wankubadde era abatonotono mwebali abakola ebyekijega ebyokumenya amateeka naye ebyo bagambye ebitujja bikwata mu ngeri endala gye tukwatamu bulijjo ensonga naye abantu baffe baleme kubanga bali mu kizikiza bwe batyo nolwekyo wanaabaawo ekirala ekipya nga kizze tetujja kukoowa nammwe temutukoowa tujja kubayiteera mujje tubabuulire nti weekanga kati social media tugenze naye ne social media weekanga kati ne text tugiguddewo eyo gye bujja tomanya tuyinza okuga nti text tuziguddewo tusooke tulindeko ku video ndende bujja yonna naye nitugiggulawo nga gembeera bweneebeera so mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala okujja kibadde at short notice tumenye netteeka eryokuna naye Yesu yatutumulula ffe abakkiriza mu nzikiriza eyo kubanga yaga nti ente eyo bwegwa mu kinnya kyogijjeeyo ndowooza ffenna abali wano ente yaffe yagudde mu bunnya ffenna tuzze okugijjayo wankubadde lwa sabbiiti mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala.
Thank you very much.
The regulator should have a lot of interest in that. Obviously, that's not something you do after one day. We shall have a complete assessment. And since I said we are an accountable organization, this assessment will be shared with the general public. All of us know that the cost, what's the cost of those people who misuse our web? Because the real reason why the internet was closed is because of the potential misuse of the internet. So people must understand what's the cost if the internet were to be put down. What's the cost to the public? What's the cost to government? What's the cost to the public sector? What's the cost to the regulator? So all of us must know this cost. And I think as a regulator, we have a lot of interest in this. We shall launch a study, and when the study is ready, we shall share it with everybody who is concerned in this, including the general public. Then you asked about non-compliance. Really, we had reasonable compliance. What you would call non-compliance, some of these were technical, especially with some ISPs, we are technical. Some of them, because this is something sometimes which you would call unprecedented, just excitement of some people whom we put to order. But I would say, as a regulator, that compliance was reasonably in the range of, I would say, 99 to 100%. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to venture into commenting on matter that are outside my jurisdiction. You know, mobile money is under central bank. I'm sure my colleague, the governor, central bank, will be making some announcements on that. So we leave it at that, because that will be going into his space. What's the estimation? I don't want to put estimate, but I told you the principle of proportionality and legitimate aim. Those two principles, legitimate aim and proportionality. We are a reasonable agency, we are a reasonable government. We don't expect this to exceed a reasonable time that would mitigate the risk that we are seeing. That's what I can say. I don't want to put numbers on that. But the principle behind proportionality, we want to be proportional. If the risk is not big, why do you delay beyond the risk? The legitimate aim, really, we can't go beyond the aim for which we are making these restrictions. These are international principles which we shall abide with to ensure that we open up as soon as it is possible, as soon as the risk, as when we weigh the risk against what we are losing, we see a balance between the two, we should be able to open. That can be immediately after here, or it can be sometime a few days from today. Yeah. What you have heard?
Well, you questioned, as I understood it earlier, you said anyone who
No.
would face consequences.
Oh, no. Please get it very, very clearly. I think my English is so Ugandan, possibly you missed it a bit. What I was saying, because when you bring back the network, people can now use VPNs. It's a reality which we know. And I was emphasizing, no problem using VPNs. It's now a technical glitch. You cannot control VPNs. People can use VPNs. So I was emphasizing, don't use VPN to break the law. When you break the law using VPN, we shall go for you. Yeah, we shall go for you. You have broken the law. It's like when you use WhatsApp, when you use the traditional network. So when you break the law, we go for you. So that's what I was saying. So we are not criminalizing VPN. If I was writing, I would have put this in capital letters and underlined it 3 times and put it maybe in pink. Yes, we are not criminalizing VPN, but we are aware that people are using VPN. We see them using VPN. It's okay, those who can use the VPN, but don't hide behind VPN to break the law, thinking that we can't find you out. I was telling them that we have immense capabilities to reach you out when you break the law using VPN. Yeah. Every contract, anywhere we'll have that force majeure. You know that it's a standard. Those things that happen which will affect contractual obligations. When those ones come, this could be taken as a force majeure because nobody expected that there would be, so nobody takes the responsibility. Each one of us lick our wounds and we yeah. So, yeah. Is that what you wanted? What you can object to is whether this is force majeure. This is force majeure. I think so many jurisdictions, courts have pronounced themselves on this because nobody expected this to happen. It's like when a flood came up. I don't know whether insurance companies will start taking this one as a risk, as a possible risk around the election, so that insurance companies can underwrite this risk. But this is something which is unexpected. That's what they call force majeure in any country. You expected it? Yes. Wow, you are an astrologer then. You are an astrologer. Because you follow the trend. Then you are an astrologer. If you expected that, you should leave journalism and become an astrologer. You can earn more money because people want to predict the future. There are so many people who want to predict the future. If you have those capabilities, I can assure you can make a lot of money out of that. Yeah. Okay. Has been here for more than 400 years. Democracy has been around. Credibility of results has never depended on the internet. Please, journalists, you are highly educated people. If there's anybody who approached you to say that, tell them democracy has been here for so long. Internet is just something of 20, 25 years. But democracy has been here for more than 400 years. So how does internet undermine the credibility of results? That's impossible. Yeah, because results are built, all of us know, when you look at those laws on elections. I don't think even internet is mentioned anywhere. Is internet mentioned in any law? Why? Because internet is a tool. It is a tool, very, very important tool. So I don't agree with anybody who would say that the internet would undermine credibility of results. What about those results before the internet? I can quote you so many incidences where those observations have gone disastrously wrong, especially in Africa. So some of us who have been around for some time, we cautiously take those observations with a lot of caution because we live here 24/7. Some people who make those observations just have a visit. They stay for 3 days, they fly back to New York. Some of us have been here for 61 years. So I know something about democracy in this part of the world. Thank you. Yes? Okay. Democracy yabeerawo okuva dda nga internet tannabeerawo. Era mu mateeka g'obululu gonna erya Parliamentary Elections Act, Presidential Elections Act, Electoral Commission Act, Constitution Party ekwata ku kulonda, tewali kigambo internet wekiri mentioned mu mateeka, n'ekigambo kukimentioninga tekiriimu. Kakati ekigambo ekitalina mu tteeka lyonna ogamba otya nti kyaleese obuzibu. Kubanga internet kyekimu ku by'okukozesebwa ku bintu by'oyinza okukozesa, naye ne bwe bateriiwo tusigaza tulina ebintu bingi nnyo bye tusobola okukozesa. So sikkiriza na muntu n'omu aŋŋamba nti nno internet eyinza okuleetawo obuzibu lwakuba teriiwo. Kyova olaba ŋŋaanyi okukkiriziganya ne munnaffe Kyeruppe abadde ampa ebya United Nations. Ne mmuga nti nze nkolera Uganda gye nkolera ebya United Nations, naye saagadde kwembala singa wano muntu mbalinyiza okumugirayo observation za United Nations we tuteeredde mu buzibu nga Africa. So kati abamu group eyaffe tukkiririza bitumanya mu Uganda kubanga ffe tubeera wano emyaka gyonna nakamala wano emyaka 61. mu Uganda ate nga siri mutunuulizi zitoyinza kuŋŋamba byabali abakyala wano obukyazi ne bagenda ffe tutegeera ebyaffe internet oba weeri oba teriiwo tulonda okulonda kwaffe ne kugenda bulungi mu ddembe internet eyinza otwanguyizaako ku bimu naye ate mumanyi nti ereese obuzibu bungi ne mu nsi endala kati bagiwanda lulusu nti egezaako okukyusakyusa endowooza z'abantu etali ntuufu okulaba nti bakyusa ebiva mu kulonda. So tulina okwegendereza ennyo obutayona nsi zaffe nga tugenda ku bintu just ebyo okulabika nga bagenda n'omulembe naye ate ng'ebintu biyinza otuwonoonekako nga tusobola